Pessoas maravilhosas, sejam bem-vindos a mais um videozinho humilde no meu canal. E seremos reagindo aí a JALEX ROSA. Já deixa o like no começo do vídeo. Você também já deveria deixar o like aí no começo do vídeo, não é mesmo? E rapaz, JALEX ROSA é um cara que ele pega um monte de parada da cultura nerd, geek, otaku, caralho, 4, seja o que for. Ele pega uma parada de uma forma mais barata, assim por dizer, e com... usando ali vídeos effect, tá ligado? Um negócio foda, brabo. Ele faz como se fosse um negócio de cinema, tá ligado? É incrível como a transformação que esse cara faz das paradas. E assim, entre aspas, em pouco tempo, tá ligado? Ele disse que se transformou no Zenitsu em um mês, tá ligado? Então vamos dar uma olhada aqui. Partiu 3, 2, 1, bora.
This is me. And the plan is transforming
Ah, detalhe, ele é brasileiro, mas ele faz vídeo em inglês, esperto ele.
this into the best live action Zenitsu ever saw. Destruction, a whole 3D forest environment, 3D hair, lightning, parkour, a house being destroyed. But it's gonna be hard because I have to record everything while I'm holding the leaf blower and while I'm trying to change the lights. But today was different.
Pra vocês poderem ler a legenda.
I had a team.
Ele tem um time, agora ele tem um time. Nossa, eu lembro, eu comecei a ver quando ele fazia os bagulho praticamente sozinho, velho.
As you can see, my face doesn't look like Zenitsu. So me and my friend created a concept art, and then I use it as a reference. But to make my face look like this in a video will be a little complex. First, I track my face features using mesh tracking so the software knows how I move my face. So I can fix my very weird nose. Then I distorted it to make my chin and nose smaller to make me look younger. Then I applied that distortion to my face movement. And then I applied the paint over of the clothes and skin to make me look more like Zenitsu.
Olha isso,
I know
nossa,
it's
tá bem
looking
mais
bad
bonito.
right now, but you have to believe it will look good in the end. So it was time to make the hair because
bem
this
legal.
really doesn't look very good. Zenitsu's hair is a bit weird. It looks
isso
like
aí
he
você
cut it
faz
in
no-
himself.
no-
So I tried creating a 3D
Isso
hair,
aí,
but
no
it was
3D
taking
de
too
novo.
long and wasn't working. So I had an idea that
foda.
would be good enough and probably work. I should just use the hair from the concept art. Just make it move like a wave, kind of, and then put the simulated hair on top of it. And that was
Olha
the
aí,
result.
véi.
Good enough. Which is actually very similar to the hair I had when I was a child. Which is weird. Mom!
É normal,
Show
é
it to
normal.
my mom. I think she's gonna like it. The software crashed. While we wait, let me show you this amazing game I've been playing. This video is brought to you by Marvel Strike Force. Mom, in this
Force
game you
da
can
Marvel?
play more than 180
Estou em cima
characters.
do
Look at
QR
all
Code.
these characters.
Mas como não está me patrocinando, tudo bem.
Wow. Marvel
Vai
Strike
no
Force
vídeo
is
dele
an
lá,
action
velho.
RPG, where you can fight alongside your favorite Marvel villains and heroes to save Earth, Mom.
O
The Earth is
quê?
in trouble,
Salvar
Mom.
Terra?
What are you gonna do? I'm gonna save it.
Salva então.
There are daily challenges, objectives, and a lot of game modes, like Arena, Blitz, Raids, and Alliance War. And on top of that, you can customize your heroes to fight against the villains in style. Marvel Strike Force is available for free on iOS and Android. Okay, let's go, Deadpool. He charms his enemy, then he kicks him in the face, and he shoots him. That's how
Acho que eu
he
já vi
does
esse
it.
jogo em algum lugar.
Let's go,
não lembro.
Spider-Man. With his webs.
Não, foi um jogo
And it's a
semelhante.
victory. I'm a professional at this game already.
Wow!
Now using my link down below. Enjoying the fight. You're
Certo.
welcome. Okay, now let me show you the
É na
results.
descrição dele, tá? Aí, ó. Esse aí.
Okay,
Esse é POG.
Zenitsu is looking good enough, but we need to create some
Tá muito
anime
bom,
style
velho.
realistic effects and lighting. That's where my friend Damon
Nossa,
comes
aí
in. So
começou.
he's gonna use this simulation
Começou a
software.
doideira.
In this software, you basically
Bagulho
control the
todo,
air,
irmão,
the
bagulho
gravity,
brabo.
the forces around the smoke. This is simulation, so don't ask me a lot about it. I don't know how to do that. And using the anime reference, he created a realistic version of the
Nossa,
lightning
vai
effects.
brincando.
Okay, that's good. My idea is a
ambiente.
very big forest. At night, a foggy forest with a bunch of trees and the moon in back. Similar to the anime, but more cinematic. You know how hard it is to do that? No, because I don't. Literally, I don't know how to do that. I think I can try.
Nope.
Okay,
Não,
I'm
mas
just gonna
você não
buy
tem-
this 3D forest.
Ah,
Zenitsu is so
ok, tudo
powerful
bem.
that when he uses his power,
Tá patrocinado,
the
então.
ground breaks.
ok.
Very original. Never saw that before in anime. I don't know if the ground
Então,
is
né?
floating. He's in slow motion. I have no idea what is happening, but Chester will do that.
O Chester é bom, o
for
Chester é
me.
bom. Fiquei sabendo.
Simulation, but this time it's using the ground, and you have to break the ground and
Uh,
simulate the
caramba, olha
forces
isso,
and make the forces go
programação
fast and
atrás de
then slow, and the
programação.
gravity like
Doideira
zero.
atrás de
Actually,
doideira,
I'm not gonna
animação.
pretend that I know how he did that, but that's what he did. And you may ask, JALEX, why is there a ball? Bro, I don't know. It's an Easter egg, and it's gonna stay right there until the end. I'm not gonna take it out. So Chester rendered the Unreal Engine environment and the simulation of the ground. Then I put them both together with the smokes and the lightning, and it was quite hard because everything was looking a little bit different, and I had to make everything look cool, and the result was good enough. In the anime, you can see Zenitsu's costume going crazy in the back, but I didn't record it. So we had a very big brain solution. Chester would recreate myself in 3D with every detail, then simulate the clothes perfectly with the wind and simulating the physics, and he spent a lot of time doing that. It would take a long time to finish, but the result would be perfect. I just found a cape floating online and used it instead. That's why Chester wants to punch me now. Sorry, Chester. And the result was perfect, but good enough. So finally, after I put everything together,
é tenso porque o cara tava fazendo lá um tempão. Não, só pegar aqui na internet, acabou. Good.
And a continuous scene. This was the result. Wait, there's no sound. To create the sound effects, I just used the microphone. Then I went all over the house, recording everything I could. The plants, some weights falling to the ground, myself falling to the ground, some lightning effects, some sword effects.
No.
Then you send this to Damon, so he makes it sound good. Wait, he used
better.
That he found online.
Sim, online.
We have to do the rest of the shots very quickly. Shot 3 is supposed to be simple. We only have my hand, katana, the background, and some lightning effects. The problem is, sometimes something happens that I don't know exactly how to continue a shot, but I have a solution for this kind of situation. Shot is looking bad, so I invert it, and I go on Photoshop, and I paint over it. Until it looks good. Then I look the paint, invert it again, and I go back on After Effects and transfer my modifications to the video. When I invert the shot, somehow my brain starts working again. That's why the shot now looks like this. And I didn't have time for shot 4, and that's where Damon comes in. So he started compositing the shot, and after he was done, I gave him some feedbacks over a frame of the shot, which would help him finish it and also save a lot of time in the process. Then he adjusted everything. So now I just adjusted some small things, and this was the result of the team work.
Olha aí.
Wait a second, you want to learn how to do this? I have an announcement to make. I'm gonna make a course! Yeah, let's go! In the course, I will use everything I know about storytelling and making videos to teach you guys what I know. That's a way to thank you, and also a way to make
a way to give back
to the community. And if it sells a lot, maybe I can start
JALEX Studios
and create a movie with a big team. So fill the form in the description so I can understand better where do you guys want to learn on the course.
Ele precisa fazer
back to the video. Now 4 shots are done. 1, 2, 3, 4. But I'm gonna need to do 5. Shot 5 is also a very simple shot, but I don't think this shot makes a lot of difference, so maybe I'll do this shot in the end if I have time. But the problem is shot 6, because if you're trying to do this shot in a realistic way, you have to create animation of the camera, recreate the whole scene using the environment we bought for Unreal Engine, and Zenitsu jumping from a tree to another tree. The problem is, I know like 5% of how to use Unreal Engine. But luckily for me, Chester already rendered the last scenes using Unreal Engine, so he knows like 10%. And that's enough to make this scene. I think. Chester, where's the graph editor? I don't know. JALEX, how do I animate this? I don't know. Chester, how do I make a light? I don't know. Somehow, this was the result. It's actually very good. I don't know how we did that because the camera looks smooth, but now we need Zenitsu there. And also the lightning effect. So I put the costume back in, running around, making some poses.
Lembra que o cara comprou cenário inteiro, né?
Bagulho inteiro. Walking on the tree, go upwards. The result was
só
awesome. But do you remember the model that Chester did? Create the cloth simulation. That's right. It's gonna be useful. So he just posed the balls and Zenitsu in the poses, and it worked very well. And I'm very glad because now that he used the model that he created, we are good. And he don't want to punch me anymore. Okay, now we had very little time. So we just rushed through the other shots. I tried comping and making some distortion and camera shake, some flares, changing a little bit of the colors here and there. And after all of that, we joined everything together. And after all this perfect teamwork, all the shots were done. And now, after all this work, I'm gonna ask you to subscribe to the channel. And if you skip to the end,
subscribe, dá like aí,
the full video, consider doing it. We worked very hard to make it as entertaining, informative, and fun as possible. We are almost at 1 million. What? I don't know how to thank you.
Ele já bateu 1 milhão, tá? Finalmente, porra. Vai brincando, isso aí, mano. Muito bom, JALEX. Já acabou. Tem esse aqui, depois eu vou querer ver também, do multiverso. Mano, show de nice. JALEX Rosa, né, cara? Esse cara aí, mano. Esse cara aí realmente ele manja das paradas. Ele agora tá com um time, ele bonitinho. Assim, já tava com os vídeos anteriormente, que eu já reagi os vídeos dele, né, no Nós Reage. E, mano, é incrível ver como vai evoluindo, né, a parada. E ele tá querendo fazer um filme. Yeah! Nossa, mano, quem manjar das paradas aí, mano, com certeza vai querer fazer essas paradas, porque é brabo, mano. E é brasileiro, mano, né, mano? Parabéns, irmão. Parabéns. É isso, rapaziada. Tamo junto. Obrigado por terem acompanhado o videozinho aí até agora. Tamo junto. Se você gostou, se inscreve, deixa o like, comenta um negócio bacana que você queira que eu reaja aqui no canal, ou que você goste mesmo de comentar. Tamo junto, é nóis. Um beijo na bunda. Não, peraí.